No. You're now streaming YouTube under Mike Harrison, Csn-TV, Little Rock. It is now streaming without me having to hit the thing that says start broadcast.
Yeah, 1 second. I gotta wait to see one. Now it's saying it's offline. Let me see what's on here. You got the internet?
Do what, buddy?
Are you connected to the internet?
Yes, Let me double check it again.
No, you're good now. Hey, you have your mixers patched in?
Is the picture up?
Yeah, I got a picture. Do you have your mixer set up?
Yeah, we got a picture on the laptop.
No, mixer, like your mixer, like what you use for broadcast.
Yeah, I got the mixer.
Why don't you, is Kenny with you?
You want me to hit a commercial?
Oh, no. Let's do a sound check between you and Kenny to make sure our volumes are good before we get ready to air.
Okay, buddy. Put your headset on, Kimmy. You got your headset on there, buddy?
Yep.
Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 1 2. I'm looking on the sound thing with the mic. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Do you think I forgot to go to tools and check and see that Travis Douglas?
I'm gonna try that. I think we're still on the microphone for the computer. That's why I'm glad to always do this before you get on the link and make sure she can.
So I stopped the output. Right, buddy?
Right.
Stop the out. Okay. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Elaine's calling of all times for her to call, but I'm gonna wait before I call her. I just want to. You tell me if you're hearing any audio. You got it. Can you hear it?
All right.
It'll take about a minute for you to hear it, buddy.
What's your audio coming out of the headphones on the board? What's the number at?
Where it's always located between 1 and 2.
Okay, knock it down just a hair. You're a little hot there. Just knock it down. Just a hair.
Let me knock it down here a hair. And let me turn the post down to 1 second, buddy. How's that right there, buddy, on my part? How's my part doing right there, buddy? Kimmy, give me a test 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Tell me who's going to win this game, Kimmy?
Tonight I believe it's going to be the Catholic. They've got more athletes.
What do you think, Travis Douglas? Now I'm going to give you some little sound there in the background. Yeah, get your microphone, Kimmy. Put three fingers between you and your lips, between your mouthpiece. See this, Kimmy? Push it away from your mic. Now give us a test, Kimmy.
Testing 1 2 3.
See, that way I can turn it up so you have more highs.
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, how's that, Travis Douglas? Is that good, buddy?
That's a little bit better right there. Yeah, that's a little bit better.
You're testing 1 2 1 2. We're not too hot, are we?
No, you're not hot at all. That sounds good.
Okay, let me call Elaine, see what she's up to, buddy.
All right, let me check Josh's game and see if he's good. And 733-7353, right?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, I'll call him. I'll check him out and I'll call him if he needs some help.
So we're on Channel 2 Little Rock, huh?
Let me check it real quick, okay?
Okay, buddy. Let me know. You mean hold on?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. If she can't get it when she brings it up, tell her to click your name and the one that says live now. Underneath the picture. If she can't get it right there, if she clicks the link, click Mike Harrison underneath it, and then the live now, and it brings it up.
As long as we're going on Channel 2 Little Rock, so all the fans can, Little Rock Catholic can watch it, because I'm taping it here and I'm going to play it back at 8:05 in the morning. So you want me to call her right now, or you want to check see how we're looking?
You can call her right now, and if she can't get it, have her call myself.
Okay, buddy. Call you back. Look, see, look.
Can I take this off?
Yeah, you take it off. How you doing, Lane? I was talking to Travis, was getting up, and now we're up.
Crap.
What? Let me take you off the speaker. Okay, what now? You're off the speaker now. What's going on? You can't get him at all, not even on that blue box? Okay, Travis is calling Josh right now to check him out, to help him out right now. Now, if you go to channel 2 and see if you can see me on TV talking.
Yes.
gonna be kind of a little chilly.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Welcome to War Memorial Stadium, AT&T Field, for tonight's game between the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies and your Catholic High Rockets. War Memorial Stadium is a non-smoking facility, and we ask that you please do not stand on the chair-back seats. The first aid station is located in the north end zone. At this time, please stand for the playing of the Catholic High School alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem. The colors are being presented by the Catholic High School Marine Corps JROTC Color Guard. Tonight's color sergeant is Cadet Dutch Turner. The remaining color guard is being staffed by Cadet Aham Isaac, Cadet Camps Larson, and Cadet Landry Williams. The national anthem will be performed by the Catholic High School Band. And please remain standing until the colors have left the field.
A presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Network, presents Little Rock Catholic Rockets football. As tonight, from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets going up against the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. Mike Hertz along with Kimmy Cleveland on the Creative Sports Network. Glad you tuned into the broadcast tonight here on CSN. And Kimmy, your thoughts about this matchup tonight here at War Memorial Stadium between the Little Rock Catholic Rockets and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies?
Both the schools are pretty much fundamentally sound, play the same type of ball, run-oriented team. I think it's going to be a lot of fun tonight to watch.
What's the keys in this game for Catholic and then for Fort Smith Northside?
Make sure they control that ball, make sure they take care of the ball, and take advantage of that the mishap. Same thing go with the Fort Smith Southside. One time they feature the tailback. We won't see what we're going to do tonight because that's their bread and butter to run. So I figured if you control the ball, that's going to be the team that's going to win.
The Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies come in this game tonight with an overall record of 2 wins and 3 losses, as the Grizzlies are 1-1 in conference play, while the Little Rock Catholic Rockets come in this game with a record of 2-3 overall and 0-2 in conference play. And for the Rockets to have any chance to make it to the playoffs, they must win here tonight, Kimmy.
Yeah, because time is running out. Got, I think, 4 more conference games after tonight. The team that's, if you're not winning, it's going to be awfully hard to make it to the playoff.
We're at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas tonight. 7A high school football between the Little Rock Catholic Rockets and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. And our pregame show continues in just a moment, as this is 7A high school football on the CSN Sports Network. Mike Harrison with Kimmy Cleveland on the Creative Sports Network. Glad you tuned into the broadcast tonight here on the CSN Sports Network, as the Little Rock Catholic Rockets looking for a big win on this Friday night in high school football in the 7A, 6A Central Conference. The Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies will come out of the southeast end zone, out of the you can see that they're lined up over there as they're coming down the runway here in just a second. We'll show you a close-up shot of they're just waiting over there with one of the officials in the southeast part of the stadium. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets, they'll be coming out of the northwest part of the stadium here at War Memorial Stadium here in Little Rock, Arkansas here tonight. Should be a big game. It's a big game for both teams. Bigger for Little Rock Catholic because a loss by Catholic would send the Rockets to 0-3 in the 7A Central Conference. The Rockets are reeling. They're on a 3-game losing streak, and they're going to try to break this 3-game losing streak here tonight, Kimmy.
Yeah, it's a must-win in order to make the conference playoff. So I believe that if they can finish the game that they played against Cabot, that kind of game, I think they'll be successful because they had a good ball game. They know it's desperation time to stay eligible.
So we're waiting for both teams to enter the stadium here tonight at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's Little Rock Catholic and Fort Smith Northside. And we'll be back with more on our pregame show in just a moment on the CSN Sports Network. Well, we have a threat of rain in the second half of this game tonight as coming into the stadium here this afternoon. It was pleasant. Didn't even need any type of overshirt, and we are in short sleeves. And we feel like the weather is dropping, a few degrees is dropping, and we understand through the National Weather Service that there might be a threat of rain, maybe a 30% in the second half for this game here tonight. As we said, the Little Rock Catholic Rockets looking for a big win, and we can see that the Spirit squad as well as the cheerleaders are lining up in the north end zone. We'll have the captains coming out for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets here momentarily. In fact, we see the captains for the Rockets coming out right now, so we're going to tell you who the captains are for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. There's 3 captains out there tonight for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Chris Elser, number 42, the kicker for the Rockets. Also Shepard. And also the 3rd captain out there for the Rockets is Jed Newton. So those are the 3 captains out there for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets that's approaching the midfield strike. And we see on the far side of the field, here comes the 4. There'll be 4 captains for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. And they'll be coming out to the field in just a second. The captains for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies tonight, they have 4 of them. Number 2 is Derek Deuce Wise. Number 6 is Tyreek Adams. Also the other 2 captains out there for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies is number 46 and Antonio Rodriguez. And the 4th captain is Will Balestrino. So let's go out to the middle of the field as the officials are introducing themselves to the captain introducing the captains to each other. They introduce themselves, the officials out there, and they'll have the coin toss here momentarily. And then we will be about, I guess we're about 5 minutes away from game time here for the kickoff of this game between these 2 teams here tonight. Both teams come in at 2 and 3, but in the conference, Little Rock Catholic 0 and 2 and Fort Smith Northside at 1 and 1. Referee introduced himself, as well as the umpire out there, and also the captains are being introduced to each one. Chris Elser. It looks like the Rockets are going to win the toss, and the Rockets will win the toss.
Catholic has won the toss,
and Catholic has elected to defer to the second half. So that means Fort Smith Northside will get the opening kickoff to get this game underway here tonight at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. So we'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a moment as Catholic kicks off to Fort Smith Northside. We'll have the opening kickoff in just a moment. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta is your home for the hunting season. Now at Burroughs White River Supply, bonded hunting clothing, a wide selection with great deals at great prices. The Intimidator side-by-side UTV four-wheeler created by Rob Foster. And look over a wide selection of Spartan lawnmowers with a 0 turning radius. Come in and check out our wide selection of outdoor equipment and clothing at Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta at WR Home and Farm Center. Proudly serving Arkansas since 1894.
Little Rock Catholic getting ready to come out of the northwest end zone. Here come the Rockets on the field here at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Nice.
Before we have the kickoff for tonight's game, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CSN, the Creative Sports Network. Kimmy Cleveland, your thoughts about this football game before we kick it off?
Well, we're going to see a hard-fought game because you don't win, you're going home. You'll make that. You got to make that play out.
Elser to kick the Rocket.
So Christopher Elser will kick off for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets to get this game underway. We're about set. Elser teeing up at the football at the 40. He'll go from right to left, kicking to the north end zone here at War Memorial Stadium. And here comes a kickoff away by Elser, and we have a whistle before he kicked it off as the officials conferring. And Elser will go back and kick it off again to get this game underway. Should be a good matchup here between these two teams. Catholic in search for a victory, trying to stop their 3-game losing streak. Fort Smith Northside trying to get a win to go to 2-1 in the conference. And here is Elser. We have a return man back at about the goal line, and that is Logan Weaver. Weaver has it, and he goes across the 20, 25, 30, and to the far sideline, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It actually returned that football back. Was the return man for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies and Carter Cochran. So here we go. Here in the first quarter of play, as the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies come up to the line of scrimmage. First and 10 as we're underway here tonight at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. And here's a snap back. It's on the ground. It's going to be picked up. A lucky bounce for Northside across the 35, the 40, and all the way out to the 44-yard line. Is carry that football that time for the Rockets was Cooper Monroe. So Monroe carried that football for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies was Derek Deuce Wise. So Wise carried that football, and now here's a pass right side at the 48. It's caught at the 48-yard line. Making that catch over there was Jordan Dilworth, the wide receiver, the senior, 5'11". 162.
Grant Smithson on the stop. Be second 6.
It'll be second down and 6 after a pickup of 4 yards on the play. Fort Smith Northside with the football at their own 48-yard line, second and 6. Shotgun. Here's a pass to the left side. It's caught over there by Dilworth, and he's going to be hit by Chris Elser. Elser comes up quickly and hits the receiver in Jordan Dilworth. In the backfield, Derek Deuce Wise is the quarterback for Northside. The wide receiver to the left is Dilworth. He's the wide out to the left side. So it'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Third down and 10. The football is spotted back at the 44. Now here's the ball handed off. It goes to the running back across the 45 up to the 46-yard line. And carrying the football that time was Eli Bolton, the running back. Only a pickup of a yard on the play. Nick Gonzalez in there on the stop for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. And this will bring up a fourth down. And Northside will have to punt it away. And in there to punt it away, the punter tonight for Northside, the punter is Glenn Brewer. Brewer is a 5'10", 183. Here comes a kick away. It's going to hit at the 25. It gets a Northside bounce inside the 20, the 15, the 10. Keeps on rolling down to the 7-yard line before it is touched over there by the Northside Grizzlies. Touching it over there and downing it was Darian Robinson, the senior. And Kimmy, Northside had it. Catholic held them, and now the Rockets will get the football.
Yes, and I'm getting ready to watch number 1 from Catholic because he's one of the best running backs in the state. since they're pinned on the back on the 5-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. 9:54 left to go in the first quarter. Here's the ball handed off. It goes across the 10, the 15. Still on his feet. And here's Sammy Johnson on a second effort. Gets it across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Caden Washington on the stop for Northside.
So that is going to be a pickup of 13 yards on the play for Sammy Johnson. So Sammy Johnson with the carry. Picks up 13. That's going to be the first down in the football game for the Catholic Rockets. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. Left hash mark of the field. Under center the quarterback. Hands it to Johnson. Big hole up the middle. 20, 25, 30, 35. Here he goes. The 50, the 40. Here goes Sammy Johnson. The 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown for Sammy Johnson and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. And the Rockets score with 9:20 left to play in the first quarter on an electrifying 79-yard touchdown run by the running back in Sammy Johnson.
I told you.
The snap, here's the snap. It places four. It's the Rockets and Sammy Johnson 7. And the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies nothing. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
How about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
And the kick goes into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies will get it as they will have it, as they will set up shop first and 10 at their own 20. The Rockets 2 plays, 92 yards, both runs by Sammy Johnson. He has 2 carries for 92. And here's the ball handed off and straight up the middle across the 25 to the 28-yard line, carrying the football. And carrying that football that time was the running back in Jackson King. So King carry the football straight up the middle at the 29-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9. This will bring up a 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, here's the quarterback handing the ball off and pushed back as the Rockets defense came up quickly, getting up off that pile for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Making that hit for the Rockets was Chad Newton. Also Owens in there on the assist. So football at the 28. It'll be 3rd down and 2 now for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies.
I tell you what, Catholic's playing pretty good defense right now.
Here's a snap back to the quarterback. He went to the left, now decides to go to the right. He picks up some yardage across the 35, picks up a 1st down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Zigging zagging is a quarterback in Derek Deuce Wise, and Deuce Wise takes it up to the 40 for a 1st down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies picks up a 1st down, their first down in this football game. Rockets have 2 1st downs on their first drive, and this is the first one for Northside. And here's Northside with it, and rolling right side here across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. Here's the quarterback on the quarterback keeper is Derek Deuce Wise, and Deuce Wise picks up at the 42, but it's about 3 on the play. Smith in there on the tackle for the Rockets.
Second and 7.
It'll be second down and 7. The football is at the north side 43-yard line, just right outside of the right hash mark of the field. Snap back now to Deuce Wise. Ball is deflected, nearly intercepted, but it's deflected back to the quarterback and Deuce Wise, and he will take it as far as he can take it to the 41. So that'll be a loss of 2 yards on the play by the defense and the deflection by the Rockets.
I'll tell you what. Anytime that happens, you got to be careful because it got a game go out of line.
Deflecting that ball that time on the line of scrimmage for the Rockets was Trevor Carther, the linebacker. That'll be a loss of 2 yards on the play. This will bring up a third down and 9 for the Northside Grizzlies. Snap back now to Deuce Wise, throws out left side, looks to throw. Now he will run with the football. He's going to be snowed under by about 5 or 6 purple jerseys as the Rockets bring him down, and making the hit on the play for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets on the play was James Owens. And also in there on the tackle for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets was Alan Johnson. So it'll be fourth down, and coming in to punt will be the punter for the Grizzlies, and the punter is Glenn Brower. Actually, he will put the foot into it, and Jason Screpus, and the Rockets will call for a fair catch at about the 30-yard line. So the Rockets will put it in play. First and 10.
The Rockets ball from the Rockets 30-yard line.
6 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play, and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets leads the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies by a count of 7-0. This is the second offensive series in the first quarter for the Rockets. First and 10 at the 30. Now here is the ball handed off to the running back to the left side. There goes Johnson to the left sideline across the 35 and out of bounds. He is scooted out at about the 35. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. And for Sammy Johnson, that will be his third carry. He has 3 carries for 97 yards here in the first quarter. Here's Catholic with it on a second down and 5. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Here's the ball handed off to Sammy Johnson. Johnson getting the call early here in this game as he's carried it now 4 straight times, and Johnson is hit at the 38-yard line. Let's see where they spotted, either 38 or 39. We'll call it the 38. 3 more yards for Johnson. He has 4 carries for 100 yards here in this first quarter. The football is resting just shy of the 39-yard line. It'll be third down and 1 for the Rockets. The ball is right at the right hash mark. Out of the shotgun is the quarterback calling the signals. And it goes to Johnson again, and Johnson is going to be hit at the 39.
Sammy Johnson on the carry.
Only a pickup of we'll give him a yard on the play. Johnson now with 5 carries for 101 yard here in the first quarter. It's going to be short by about a foot. Short by a foot. Quarterback Jake James looking over to the sideline to the coach of the Rockets and Coach John Fogelman. And John says, okay, it's early, so we're just going to be conservative and kick it. So it'll be 4th and a foot. Chris Elser is on to punt for the Rockets. Here comes a 2-man rush, but he gets it away. Nobody back there to receive as Northside will just let it hit down there, and it's going to be around the 32-yard line. So the Rockets, with a good punt by Chris Elser, sends Northside back, and they will start at the 31-yard line.
First and 10.
Northside gained 8 yards on their first offensive series. The second offensive series, they gained a total of 21. They had 29 total yards here in this first quarter of play, and they start at the 32-yard line. So they'll start at the 32-yard line at their own 32. Outside the left hash mark of the field, snap back to the quarterback. Now end around coming. There's an end around coming around the left side. That's Dilworth. Dilworth takes it across the 35. And he is going to be hit right there. James Owens is in there on the stop for the Rockets. That'll be a pickup 3 yards on the play, Kimmy.
I tell you what, if north side keep running like they run, it's going to be hard for Catholic to stop them because they're zigging and zagging. You got to bend those knees to make a tackle on the north side. So they need to be more conscious of that.
It'll be second down coming, 2nd and 6. Running with the football on the left side, past the left tackle, and the quarterback will rush it up to the 40-yard line, picks up about 4 yards on the play for Derek Wise, and Derek Wise is short of a first down by about a yard. Actually, let's call it 3rd and a short 2. As the football is just beyond the 40-yard line, he has to make a first down to the 42. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Here the ball handed off, and going forward is a fullback across the 40 up to the 42-yard line. And carrying the football that time for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies will be Eli Bolton. Bolton picks up a first down out to the 42-yard line. First down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Each team with 2 first downs here in the first quarter. We have 3:02 left in the first quarter play. Out of the shotgun is Derek Wise, the quarterback. Option pitch left side. Trying to turn the corner, but he can't get anywhere.
Eli Bolton on the carry.
Bolton with the carry, the fullback trying to go out wide to the left, and a great rush and great penetration by Catholic's defender in Nicholas Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez, the outside linebacker, over there to make the big hit on the play. What a tackle by Gonzalez.
That comes back to tell you if you're under control, attack, bend those knees, so you can get ready for that zig and that zag.
The football at the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3 after picking up the 7. Sweeping to the right side. 40, 45, and out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. Once again is the receiver. That was an end-around play from Jordan Dilworth, the wide receiver who is set up on the left side. But we have flags flying on the field. Our first flag tonight.
Hey, still have them out, but that was a clip, a push.
Clipping called against Northside, and that'll be marked off from the infraction, and that will be marketed off inside the 40, inside the 35. I think about the 33 is where they'll put it. Now they're going to put it at the 37. So this will make it at 2nd down, 2nd and a short 15. 2nd and 15 at the 37. Of Northside. Northside with the football. Looking over to the bench to their coach. Now calling the signals. Now here's a swing pass to the right side. It's called at the 33, across the 35 up to the 37. Making that catch over there was JT Jawan Thorne. So they call him JT. We'll call him JT Thorne. Made that catch, and he took it up to about the 38, but we have a flag on the field, on the near side of the field, as the referee conferring with the side judge and also the umpire. And here comes the indication from the referee. And here's the indication. I believe it's against the Rockets. And we're still waiting. Holding.
On offense, penalty is declined, 3rd down.
Holding on the Grizzlies, and the penalty is declined by John Fogelman, head football coach of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. So this will bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 15 to go.
3rd and 14 for the Grizzlies.
3rd and 15. And the football is resting at the 38-yard line for the Grizzlies at their own 38. And they had to make a first down all the way across the 50 into the Catholic 48-yard line territory. And we have a timeout called on the play by the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies with 1:26 left to go in this first quarter. The score from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's Catholic 7 and Northside nothing. This is the 7A high school football game of the week on the CSN Sports Network.
I tell you.
Here's Bob Purvis, General Manager of the Pine Bluff Convention Center. We are big believers in youth athletics. We've done a lot of basketball games. We've done college tournaments. We've done high school tournaments. We've done college games. The ideal location for your next day and your Arkansas reunion and convention or meeting is the Pine Bluff Convention Center. Bob, if someone would like to schedule a meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center, how can they do it? The easiest thing to do is just call us there at the Convention Center, 870-536-7600. We are centrally located. We're easy to get to, right off the freeway coming down 530. So plan for your next meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center in Pine Bluff.
Going back to pass. Here's a quarterback for Northside, cranking his arm. It's Wise, throws it down the field at the Catholic 40-yard line, incomplete. He was trying to hit his receiver down there, and the wide receiver in Josh Douglas, the 6-foot, 180-pound senior, he was covered up on great one-on-one coverage by the defender. In the secondary was a safety in Cooper Monroe, who's also the backup quarterback for the Rockets. So this will bring up a 4th down and 15. And into punt for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies will be their punter. And Jason Skrepus, as he is in there to punt the ball away. Back at about its 25. High fake snap, and they're going to run the football in up to 40. And
Jackson King on the carry.
On the carry that time was Jackson King, a fake punt. They gave it to the running back King, and he was hit short at the 40-yard line. They thought they were going to fool Catholic on that play, Kimmy.
But I tell you what, if they done it one time, you better be ready for it again, because it's going to happen.
So the Little Rock Catholic Rockets has the football in excellent field position at the Northside 40-yard line, with 1:18 left to play here in this first quarter. Out of the shotgun now is James. James looks to throw. He's got a man there. It's caught at the 30, the 25, the 20. Sammy Johnson all the way down to the 15-yard line. First down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. And it goes from the 40 to the 15. That's a receiving reception for Sammy Johnson of 25 yards and a first down for the Rockets.
That was a nice wheel route. Hitting right on stride.
So Sammy Johnson, that's going to be the 3rd first down of the game for the Rockets. Now the ball is handed off to Johnson. He goes right side, tries to turn the corner around the tackle, and he's going to be hit for a loss on the play of 2 back to the 17-yard line. So he is hit for a loss of 2 yards.
Being 2nd and 11 for the Rockets.
Well, he had caught a pass, his first pass of the night, for 25 yards. Getting him up to 126 yards, and he lost 2. So he lost 2 yards on his 6th carry of the night. So he has 6 carries for 99 yards. And then he has 1 pass for 25 yards. And here's the ball handed off. Inside the 20, 15, down to the 14-yard line. He carried the football for the Rockets on the play. His first carry of the night, and that was a pickup. And that's going to go down to about the 14-yard line is where the ball is going to be spotted. This will bring up a 3rd down now, 3rd and 9. That was a pickup of 3 yards on the play by Luke Shetelnick. Shetelnick with his first carry. So Shetelnick, one carry for 3 yards. And there is the horn signaling the end of the first quarter of play. So we have played 1 quarter from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. With our score, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies nothing. This is Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
Thousands of people contact General Steel each month for a pre-engineered steel building. Business owners who need office, retail, manufacturing, or storage facilities. Leaders who need churches, schools, and gymnasiums. They all want the same thing. The advantages of owning. To build quickly and save money. Quality, backed by our 50-year structural warranty. And they all want to work with a name they know. General Steel. Call us today for the building you need and save as much as half the cost and time of conventional construction.
One quarter in the books, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Kimmy, how would you assess that first quarter?
Catholic had a lot of speed, blocked well, played good sound defense, good technique defense. Fort Smith North side, they were pretty much consistent in what they were doing. They were trying to run some trick plays that didn't work.
Here now's the quarterback, and James throws it over the middle, and it's intended for the big tight end over the middle at about the 3-yard line. It was intended for Shepard, as that time James is trying to thread the needle to James at about the 2-yard line. It goes incomplete. That's the first pass that has been thrown to Shepard in this game. Adam Shepard, one of the captains for tonight's game before the game. 6'4", the senior, 225, 6'4". A lot of colleges are looking for his services.
You got to catch that ball.
We understand the Razorbacks are real heavily interested in him. So here we go. Field goal attempt at the 22 by Elser. The place is down. The kick is up. It'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt. And it is over the crossbar. It's good. A 32-yard field goal for the kicker for the Rockets and Chris Elser, as Elser kicks a field goal with 11:50 left to play in this first half. 11:50 left in the second quarter. A 32-yarder by Chris Elser. So there's a timeout on the field with our score. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets 10 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies nothing. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
Here's Bob Purvis, General Manager of the Pine Bluff Convention Center. We are big believers in youth athletics. We've done a lot of basketball games. We've done college tournaments. We've done high school tournaments. We've done college games. The ideal location for your next day and your Arkansas reunion and convention or meeting is the Pine Bluff Convention Center. Bob, if someone would like to schedule a meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center, how can they do it? Easiest thing to do is just call us there at the Convention Center, 870-536-7600. We are centrally located. We're easy to get to, right off the freeway coming down 530. So plan for your next meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center in Pine Bluff.
32-yard field goal by Elser, and Elser kicks it off, and it will go over to Northside. So it's 10-0. 10-0 after a 32-yard field goal by Elser. If he's not the best field goal kicker in Arkansas this year, then I'm crazy.
Yeah, because he's doing a real good job kicking that ball. He's putting it in the zone whenever he wants to.
He had a 54-yarder, I think, a week or two ago. All right, here we go. He's also kicked some 62-yarders in practice, by the way. Here's the ball handed off, going right side. Across the 20, the 25, but we have flags on the field.
Trevor Carter on the stop for the Rockets.
As that ball was carried up to the 26. Pickup of 6 on the play. Carrying that football that time for Fort Smith Northside was Jackson King. 2nd and 4. Northside at their own 26-yard line. Right hash mark of the field. Man in motion. Ran with the football now. The quarterback swinging around to the right side. Trying to turn the corner across the 30. Out of bounds at the 33. Pushed out by Christopher Elser, the defender on the play.
Forced it out of bounds to be a Northside first down.
But it's enough for a first down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies on a quarterback keeper around the right side by Derek Wise. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for Northside Out of the shotgun is Wise, man in motion. Now Wise will carry the football, keep it on a quarterback keeper. He's going to be snowed under and pushed down at the 32-yard line for a loss of a yard on the play. Making the hit on the play for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets was James Owens, the middle linebacker, the 5'10", 190-pound junior.
Hey, technique is every time. Look how big you are, small, but
second down coming now.
Straight down.
And they pitch to the outside, try to turn the corner, and trying to turn the corner, it's Dilworth. And Dilworth has hit at the 35-yard line.
William Plafkin on the stop for the Rockets.
Plafkin in there on the stop for the Rockets. William Plafkin, the free safety, 6 feet 160. The junior made the stop for the Rockets. Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network this season is brought to you by the Pine Bluff Convention Center and by Pac-Man Bail Bonds. Rolling out to the left side, trying to turn the corner. The quarterback trying to keep it. He would look to throw it out, fumbled, picked up at the 10, the 5, in for the score is the Rockets. And picking up the loose ball and the fumble was Nick Gonzalez. Picked it up at the 17, went right straight down the middle of the field. He was kind of hit at the 5, but fell forward into the end zone for the score. And Nick Gonzalez has a defensive touchdown for the Rockets. And the Rockets lead it 16-0 with 10:23 left to go in the first half.
I tell you what, they've been playing good defense. Catholic, stay with the play. Good things always happen.
All right, we're just about set for the extra point by Elser. Here's a place down. The kick is up. It's long enough. It is high enough, and it is good. So we have a timeout on the field as the scoreboard reads 10 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the first half. And as we pause our score from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas, it's now the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 17 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies nothing. This is the 7A High School Football Game of the Week on the CSN Sports Network.
How about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls, and of course the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
And here comes a kickoff into the end zone. It'll be a touchback by the kicker, Christopher Elser, and it'll be a touchback, giving Northside the football at their own 20-yard line with 10:23 left to play in the game in the first half. And the Little Rock Catholic Rockets are all over Northside in this game, Kimmy, 17-0.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're playing hard. They're protecting the ball.
Here's the ball handed off across the 20, out to the 25.
Hard running.
Second effort takes the runner to the 27. Eli Bolton, the fullback, churns it for 7 big yards on the play.
Mason and Johnson on the stop.
Making the initial hit on the play for the Rockets on defense was Tyler Mailer, the 6', 225-pound senior tackle. And it's out to the 27. It's a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3 coming up, man in motion. And here's the ball handed off. And trying to get back to the line of scrimmage is a running back, but he didn't. He probably lost a yard, maybe 2. Eli Bolton will lose a yard on the play at the 26-yard line.
Mahler on the stop.
Tyler Baylor in there again on the tackle. Second straight tackle for the Baylor on the play on this series. And the football down at the 26 brings up a 3rd down and 4. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. We have twin sets on each side of the football. And here is an option pitch to the right side, swinging around to the right side, the 20, the 25, the 30, still on his feet, 35, 40, 45, and knocked out of bounds. What a run. What a run that time by Eli Bolton. That young man is hard to bring down as Eli Bolton picks up a 1st down for the Grizzlies.
Keep on turning those legs, running hard, staying low. Good things happen. That was a nice run by Eli.
So up to the 45-yard line. Eli Bolton picks up 15 on that carry. Another 1st down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. That's her 4th in this first half. 9:02 left in the first half. It's snapped back to the quarterback. Now hands the ball off. And going through is Bolton. No, it's going to be Jackson King getting the carry this time. And Jackson King takes it all the way up to the 46-yard line. Only a pickup up a yard on the play. Lance Hockersmith was in there making the hit on the play for the Rockets, the linebacker, 5'11", only a sophomore. 2nd and 9. Option pitch right side across midfield. 45-40 down the right sideline. He's tiptoeing down the right sideline. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown for Jackson King, the running back, and he was nearly out of bounds, but he kept his foot in bounds and never touched the sideline. Out of bounds, and he went all the way for the score, and he takes it a total of 45 yards for the touchdown, and that makes it 17-6.
At the old swinging gate they put up there.
8:20 left to go. Did you see that swinging gate down there, Kimmy?
I saw it, look right at it.
So a 45-yard run by Jackson King, and now on for the extra point will be the kicker for the Grizzlies. Here's a place down. The kick is up, and the kick is up there, and the kick is good by the PAT kicker in Jose Paradas, the 5'6", 170-pound soccer-style kicker, the senior. So there's a timeout on the field. 8 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the first half on a 45-yard run by Jackson King. Let's pause with our score for Moore Memorial Stadium. 8:20 left first half. Little Rock Catholic 17 and Fort Smith Northside 7. This is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network.
Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta is your home for the hunting season. Now at Burroughs White River Supply, bonded hunting clothing, a wide selection with great deals at great prices. The Intimidator side-by-side UTV four-wheeler created by Rob Foster. And look over a wide selection of Spartan lawnmowers with a zero turning radius. Come in and check out our wide selection of outdoor equipment and clothing at Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta at WR Home and Farm Center. Proudly serving Arkansas since 1894.
And here comes the kick away down at the 30-yard line, where the Rockets will set up shop at their own 30-yard line as Little Rock Catholic leads in this game by a score of 17-7. Kimmy, your thoughts on this game thus far?
Both teams playing hard. Northside got a little boosting shot, so I think they're both playing pretty good ball right now.
1st and 10 at the 30, and rolling out right side is Jake James. So the pass and open. Making the catch, and looks like we might have an injured player down the field. He turned, and when he turned his ankle after making the catch. Adam Shepard made the catch, and Adam Shepard is limping off the field on the near side of the field. It looked like he might have turned his ankle, Kimmy.
He did. He twisted with trying to catch the ball, but I hope he's okay. That's a big boy.
Adam Shepard, I think he turned. He was surprised he didn't have anybody covering him on one-on-one over there. He was wide open. He could have picked up maybe 15 or 20 more yards. So it is at the 35. Ball is handed off. Going left side is Sammy Johnson. He's double teamed, now triple teamed. He's going to be hit the 29-yard line.
Alan Infante on the stop.
Fonte is in there on the stop on the play, and the Grizzlies really snowed him under that time as Alan Infante, the senior middle linebacker, 5'8", 175, made the hit on the play. So the football at the 34. Third down coming. 3rd down and 6. Left hash mark of the field. Snap back to James. And they're going to be pursuing James and shooting through there and making the quarterback sack on the play for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies is the big guy shooting through there from the line of scrimmage, and making the hit was Ray Telrone, the big defensive end, 6'2", 235 pounds, a junior.
I tell you what, you missed your assignment. The same way you start the game, this way you want to play throughout the game. You got to hit the hole, can't jog in the hole, and that's what happened on that series of plays.
Loss of 8. Here comes the kick away by Elser. It was nearly blocked. As Northside will go back and make the catch at the 31, across the 35, across the 40, and out to the 41-yard line. Returned the ball 6 yards was a punt return specialist in Tyreek Adams, the 5'10", 155-pound junior. And he returns it for 6 back at the 41-yard line. We have 6:36 left to play in the first half. Little Rock Catholic leads Fort Smith Northside by a count of 17-7. So it's 17-7 right now. So here we go.
Spread out wide.
41-yard line, 1st and 10.
Dive.
Here's a quarterback option. Pitch to the outside. Turning the corner now. To the right side across the 30, 35, the 40. And out of bounds across the 45 to the 46-yard line is Jordan Dilworth, the 5'11" senior, and he takes it into Catholic territory down to the Rockets' 34-yard line, where there'll be a first down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. That is their 6th first down in this first half. So the football at the 34 of the Rockets. 6:27 left to go before halftime. Snap back to the quarterback, and here is the quarterback, Derek Wise, hit on the play, and it's going to be a loss of about 5 yards on the play on Derek Wise, the quarterback for the Northside Grizzlies. So the football is going to be spotted at the 39. 2nd down and 16 to go for the Grizzlies at the Rocket 39-yard line. 5:57 left to go here in the first half. Here's a snap back, and here's a pass. Broken down. Great defensive play at the 29-yard line. Sticking a hand in there and making the great defensive play for the Rockets was Alan Johnson, the 5'7", 138-pound sophomore.
Couldn't beat pro player. Couldn't beat that defense right there that time.
What a play!
What a play!
2nd, and they make this 3rd down now. 3rd down coming. 3rd and 16 for Northside. Out of the shotgun is Derek Wise. Throws a screen pass right inside. It's caught the 40. Inside the 35. Still on his feet at the 30. Turning it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Eli Bolton bolts through there like a streak of lightning. And he was down a couple of occasions, but he just kept on staying up and picked up extra effort and extra yardage down to the 26. So this will bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Northside Grizzlies. 5:20 left to go in this first half. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. And here's the ball handed off. And it's going to be enough for a first down over on the left side. And picking up that first down was Jackson King. as King made that first down on the play. And he took it down to about the 23-yard line. 5:05 left to play here in this first half. 5:05 left in this first half. The football between both hash marks. Man in motion. Now here is a ball handed off, fake handoff. Running with the football, still on his feet inside the 25, the 20, the 15. And all the way down to the 12-yard line is Derek Wise, the quarterback.
And Carter on the stop.
And that will be pretty close to the first down. It depends where they spot it. From this vantage point, it might be a short, maybe a foot. And they might have a timeout here to call the chain gang in to measure. But I believe they're going to say it is short. So now here comes the chain gang out there. And we'll have the stretch of the chains to see if it's a first down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. 4:44 left to go here in the first half. Here comes the stretch of the chains. They'll stretch them. Here comes the stretch of the chains, and it is a first down by the nose of the football. Wow.
First down, Northside.
So Northside with the first down by the nose of the football, because the referee looked down close. He had to put both eyes on it to make sure that that nose of the football was in line with the first down chain. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Rockets. And here is a quarterback running with the football, cuts inside the 10, down to the 9, down to the 8 is Derek Wise. And Derek Wise will pick up about 5 yards on the play.
Eddington and Carter on the stop for the Rockets.
Rockets had about 3 or 4 in there. Everybody really clogging in on that quarterback once they saw the quarterback carrying the football. 4:12 left to go here this first half. 4:12 left in the first half of play. The Rockets of Little Rock Catholic leads 17-7. Snap back now. Here's the quarterback option pitch left side. Goes to Dilworth inside the 5. Down to the 4. Down to the 3. Goes Jordan Dilworth. So Dilworth picks up about 4 on the play. It should be about 3rd and a yard to go to pick up the first down. Let's see exactly where the umpire will spot the football. And they might have another measurement here. They're going to have another measurement. This has been the series of the first down measurements for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. With 3:41 left to go before halftime, here comes the stretch of the chains. And the stretch of the chains are going to get that stretch of the chains right on it. And here comes the stretch. Here comes the stretch of the chains now. And it's going to be a first down. So a first down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3.
The thing about this game is a game of inches. You never know. That's why you got to keep working, keep working, keep working. Get it right.
At the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for Northside at the Catholic 3. And here is Derek Wise running right side inside the 3, the 2, the 1. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown for Derek Wise of the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. And you can hear the Grizzly fans on the far side of the field, on the east side of the field, as the Grizzlies have just scored with 3:31 left to go in this first half. And that makes the score now 17-13.
Jose
Paredes will be on for the point after. So a 3-yard run by the quarterback and Wise to make it 17-13. Paredes on for the extra point. Here's a place down. The snap and the kick is up, and the kick is good.
The kick is good.
There's a timeout on the field with 3:31 left to go in the first half. Let's pause from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas, with a score. It's Little Rock Catholic 17 and Fort Smith Northside 13. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network. We're getting ready for the kickoff for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. Jose Paredes is getting ready to kick off, as Northside has just scored to make it 17-14 now. They have scored 14 unanswered points after Catholic had a 17-0 lead. Here's a short kick, caught the 35, up across the 36 and up to the 37-yard line. And with that catch and the return on the play for the Rockets, it was brought back by Kennedy Washington. Washington, the freshman quarterback. He's a freshman quarterback. He's 5'7", 102. 5'7" and weighs 102 pounds, and had that short catch at the 35, brought it back to the 37. So here we go, the Catholic Rockets. Let's see what the Rockets can do on this series. First and 10, they're on 37. Here's the ball handed off and trying to go left side. Sammy Johnson was snowed under, and Sammy loses about 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
Travis and Stubblefield on the tackle.
It's back at the 33-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 yards on the play. Second and 13 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Jake James, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Here's a snap back to James. James throws a screen pass. He got a man on the left sideline of the field. Caught and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Great catch over there by Jack Thomas, the wide receiver, the 5'8", 160-pound junior. And he caught it, and he goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5, brings up a 3rd and 8 on the play for the Rockets.
We got to make sure, that they can protect that ball, because they're trying to strip it away from them right now.
At the 39-yard line, 2:44 left to go in the first half. 2 receivers to the left, also 2 to the right for the Rockets. And here comes Shelenek in the backfield with the quarterback. And here running with the football on his feet now. The quarterback 40, 45, left sideline 50, 45 and out of bounds. Great run that time by Jake James. A tremendous run by Jake James after he was knocked off his feet and then got his composure, went down the left sideline, and he goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line for a pickup of 18 yards on the play. First down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets.
Hey, nice run, nice hard run. I thought he was tackled for a loss, but he gained like 14 yards.
At the 46-yard line, it's a pickup of 14 yards on the play. Yeah. First and 10 at the 46. 1 receiver to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Here it goes to Shelenek. There's Shelenek still on his feet. He's hit at the 30. He's hit at the 45, and he still bounces off a would-be tackler, gets down to the 42-yard line, making the hit on the play for the Northside Grizzlies was Anthony Travis, and also in there on the tackle for the Grizzlies on the play was the defender in Kadeen Washington, the defensive end. That's bring up a second down and 6 after a pickup of 4. The football is at the 42. Snap back now to the quarterback, throws a pass, it's caught. Jumping up high to pull it down is the receiver at the 40 and all the way down to the 37-yard line. Making that catch was Kennedy Washington. And that's going to be a catch over there on that right side.
3rd and 1.
Making the catch over there was actually was William Flafkin who made that catch over there, the wide receiver.
Where's Sammy? Sammy's not playing right now?
And no, so we take it back on the replay. It was Nick Cobb, the tight end, who made that catch.
Touchdown.
Down the right side, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. And the Rockets score as breaking it and going down the field and scoring for the Rockets on the play was Luke Shettleneck, the running back for the Rockets, the 5'9", 195-pound senior. And the Rockets now lead in the game by a score of 23-14 with 1:13 left to play here in the first half. Elser on for the extra point. Waiting for the snap. It's down. The kick is up. And the kick by Elser is good.
Elser's kick is good.
There's a timeout on the field with 1:13 left to play in this first half. Let's go to the far sideline and listen to the Rocket Band. It's Little Rock Catholic 24, Fort Smith Northside 14. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
That's my lovely wife now, the boss lady.
Let our family save your family a lot of money with our great deals.
Come see us at C&M Motor Company, Lone Oak, Arkansas, 1401 North Center Street. C&M Motor Company.
Kimmy Cleveland, your thoughts on this game?
Right now, Catholic gonna have to make sure they keep containment. It's the 2 long runs they had. They got outside the cornerback and the D-backs. You got to make sure you keep them in ball up.
Here comes a kickoff away by Elser. It goes off the fingertips of the return man at the 10 and then bounces into the end zone. And that will be a touchback. So that means Northside will put it in play as they will put it in play at their own 20-yard line as we have 1:13 left to go here in the first half. Little Rock Catholic 24 and Fort Smith Northside 14.
Watch for the pass. Watch for the outside run. Sweet.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10th and 20 for Northside. Calling the signals is the quarterback. And here's Wise handing it off to his running back across the 20 out to the 24. Pickup of 4 yards on the play for Jackson King, the running back, the 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. So he'll only pick up 4 on the play. Right hash mark of the field. 2nd down and 6. Man in motion. Now, here's Wise. Option pitch to the outside to Dilworth. Dilworth across the 30. That play has worked 2 or 3 times in this first half, and Dilworth picks up some more yardage, picks up a 1st down across the 30, out to the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Northside Grizzlies.
That's why you got to contain them. Can't let them get outside that last defensive man.
At the 30-yard line, going back to pass. Now the ball's fumbled by the quarterback, and Wise will have to pounce on it at the 28. He was looking to throw the ball, and it went off his fingertips, out of his hand when he tried to cock it back. So that ball will be spotted at about the 31-yard line. Timeout on the field with the score as we have a timeout. And the score is Catholic 24, Northside 14. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
trips right.
First, it's going to be second down coming, 2nd and 15 for Northside. Snap back to the quarterback. The quarterback thought about pitching it to the right side, but Derek Wise, the quarterback, will go straight up the middle, and he's going to be hit at the 30-yard line. No gain on the play. This will bring up a 3rd down and 15 now for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. And they're going to let the clock just roll out to end the first half, so the Grizzlies will just let the clock roll out as both teams are headed into the locker room here at halftime, as the Little Rock Catholic Rockets in the lead here at halftime at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's the end of the first half of this game. And as we pause our score from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas, here at halftime, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 14. We'll be back in just a moment. Take a look at the scoring summary of the first half. Hopefully we'll have a special guest here at halftime right after this on the CSN Sports Network.
Hey, Coach.
Back here at halftime, our halftime score, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 14. A game in which we saw the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, Kimmy, jump on top 17-0. Northside came back with 2 touchdowns to make it 17-14. And then the Rockets got a touchdown to lead 24-14. Your thoughts about the first half?
The first half, both teams was up and down. Pretty much Catholic was in control of the big time, but they were in control of the game. But what happened was that they were running hard, and when they're running hard, things happen. I know tailback for Catholic, Sandy, he's running hard, but there are times where you don't hit the hole where you need to hit it. But I thought that the defense, the Catholic defense was sound. They were playing good technique ball. They made a few mistakes by letting Northside get on the outside of it. But they fixed everything that up. On the flip side of that, anytime you know that you're a pin, or anytime that you know that they stop one play, you got to use some other players so that they can help the team. I'm looking for the second half to be a good game. Second half, they're technically sound. And when as far as when they first started out, Catholic was playing pretty good defense, but there are times where Northside would zig and zag. That means that they would make a movement step to fake. But on defense, you can't. It's hard to tackle being straight up. You got to bring your knee, and you got to come with some kind of sense of gravity so you can be in control when you do that. That happened on a couple plays, but all together, the game is up and down. They're playing hard, and I'm looking forward to the second half of the game.
Okay, thank you very much, Kimmy Cleveland. Here at halftime, it's Little Rock Catholic 24, Fort Smith Northside 14. When we return in just a moment, we will speak with the tennis coach of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, Tim Clancy, right after this word on the CSN Sports Network.
Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta is your home for the hunting season. Now at Burroughs White River Supply, bonded hunting clothing, a wide selection with great deals at great prices. The Intimidator side-by-side UTV four-wheeler created by Rob Foster. And look over a wide selection of Spartan lawnmowers with a zero turning radius. Come in and check out our wide selection of outdoor equipment and clothing at Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta at WR Home and Farm Center. Proudly serving Arkansas since 1894. Before they take the field.
Back here at halftime, our halftime score, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24, and it's Fort Smith Northside 14. Coach Tim Glancy with us right now. Coach, what's your thoughts about the first half?
The first half was very good, especially the last touchdown. I'm very pleased with that because we really needed it because we're losing a little bit of our momentum, and then we came back at the end there and we get the second half kickoff, so I'm pretty pleased.
Tell us, Coach, about the tennis team.
The tennis team, we just won our third conference championship. Had a very competitive match against all the schools. All the coaches from all the other tennis schools and the players are excellent young people. We won it in the final match, our single match, with Parker Stearns, and it was a great match. And we're looking towards going to the state championship in a couple weeks. Looking for our third state championship.
Man, so tennis, I know there's a long history of tennis at Little Rock Catholic.
We go way back, have lots of state championships, probably 13 or 14. When I started there in 1984, we won a couple. Back when I went to school there, the boys that were in my class also won a couple. So we're really pleased about the last 3 years. Like I said, we've won 2 so far. I hope we can do a third, but you know, there's lots of good players all over the state, and we'll give it our best shot for the Rockets.
Tell us about who's on the team.
We have Parker Stearns, who has won conference the last 3 years. He's also won state the last 2 years. Stephen Weeks and Henry Nolan, our doubles team, won the state when they were freshmen and sophomores, and won the state overall when they were sophomores. We have Tucker Harris, also playing singles for us, who finished 4th in conference, and Jackson Davis and Harrison Cook, who are our other doubles team, and they came in 3rd in conference.
So when is the tennis tournament coming up?
It'll be in Bentonville. I believe it's the 16th and 17th of the month.
And right now, in the ratings, how are we seated right now? Or are we number 1 in the state?
Well, I don't know about number 1 in the state. We're number 1 in the conference right now. And again, like I said, we'll go up to Bentonville, and they have a great program, and all the Northwest teams have really good programs and good coaches and good kids, and we look forward to being around them and playing them.
These kids you have on the team, are these have they got a lot of great talent that they can go to the next level and play college?
I think we do, if that's what they choose to do. Sometimes they choose to do other things. I think Parker Stern is actually looking at various schools right now. Again, they like playing their high school tennis. So, and hopefully if they wish to move on, they will.
Okay, Tim, thank you very much for joining us here at halftime.
Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all having me.
And how many years have you been at Catholic now?
Well, I've been at Catholic a total basically of 31 years. But it's kind of split up. I've been coaching there for the last 14 years, but not teaching there. I've been teaching at Mount St. Mary's and having a blast there. Great programs over there also. Great people. And I'm still associated with Catholic and the freshman basketball team and tennis teams.
Tim, thank you very much for coming to halftime.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. We hope you win it all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim. Tim Glancy, the tennis coach of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, our guest here at halftime. And here at halftime, our halftime score, it is the Little Rock Catholic Rockets leading by a score of 24-14 over Fort Smith Northside. Back with more in just a moment on the CSN Sports Network.
Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta is your home for the hunting season. Now at Burroughs White River Supply, bonded hunting clothing, a wide selection with great deals at great prices. The Intimidator side-by-side UTV four-wheeler created by Rob Foster. And look over a wide selection of Spartan lawnmowers with a zero turning radius. Come in and check out our wide selection of outdoor equipment and clothing at Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta at WR Home and Farm Center. Proudly serving Arkansas since 1894.
Back here at halftime, our halftime score, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 14. To get his thoughts about the first half, let's go over to Kimmy Cleveland right now. Kimmy, as you look at the monitor right here, your thoughts about the first half?
I thought the first half, that was up. It was up and down, the first and second half. And at one time, I thought Catholic was really just going to blow Fort Smith Northside out the water. They had a young day. Catholic got a real good tailback named Sammy. And Sammy runs hard most of the time. But the most important thing is that he was running consistent, he's running hard. And not only that, I thought that the defensive side of the ball was real good because those guys were really playing good technique until later on in the second quarter. But anytime you play defense, you got to remember that you got to make sure you play your keys. You got to make sure you're in control when you get to tackle someone. You got to make sure that you got containment on the outside so nobody won't get outside like the young man did from the north side. I think he ran by almost 100 yards himself, along with Sammy. But all in all, the kickers are great. I didn't know he played D-back and kicked as well, so he's doing a good job. I think he's probably one of the best kickers in the state of Arkansas. I'm looking forward to the second half. We got Catholic got a 10-point lead, hoping that they can increase that lead and make sure they continue to do the things that they have been taught and coached to do. As far as playoff implication, we know that Catholic is against the rope, hoping that they can win on the winners column in the conference. We know that Northside has won one game, and so we're hoping that they can increase their winning in the conference. But somebody's going to have to lose, and somebody's going to have to win. But I'm certainly in a good environment with one more stadium, and these kids get an opportunity to see things that they haven't seen before. The second half, we want to try to see if some of the guys who are working hard continue to maintain a sense of direction and stay focused. Because as soon as you get off focus, things start happening. You get out there, you try to reach. When you tackle, you use those pads. You got pads on, use them. And then if you decide that you reach and grab them, next thing you know, somebody's going to be in the end zone. But I'm certainly enjoying this game. Real good athletes, real good kickers, real good running backs, etc. Let's hope that we continue to see them work hard like that. Now, at the beginning of the second half, third quarter, we're going to see who's going to build up a momentum as to what's going to take place. I think that it was deferred by Catholic, so therefore they get the ball in the third quarter, the beginning of the second half, and we're going to see if they're going to continue to maintain. As far as the game plan itself, the quarterback is doing a pretty good job. The running backs are doing pretty good, but you gotta keep up and maintain what it is that you're trying to do. The question is, what are you trying to do the second half that you didn't do the first half, or what did you do the first half that you want to do the second half? Those are some important keys that you got to take play. But I like how they play defense. I like how Catholic play defense. And whether you know it or not, Northside is a young team. They don't have a whole lot of seniors, and I think that their quarterback is a freshman. So that means that he's going to be around for a while, and that's the most important thing about this game.
Okay, Kimmy, we'll take this break, come back, and take a look at the scoring summary of the first half in just a moment. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
What about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Back here at halftime, our halftime score here at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24. And it's the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 14. Catholic came in this game 2-3 and 0-2 in the conference, while the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies came in with a record of 2-3 and 1-1 in conference play. Let's take a look at the scoring summary of the first half of this game. Catholic struck first in the game on the second offensive play from the line of scrimmage on a 79-yard run by running back Sammy Johnson, the junior running back. Scampered 79 yards for the score. In fact, there's only 2 plays on that first scoring drive. 2 plays, 92 yards. Sammy Johnson went from the 8 to the 21 for 13 yards, and then he ran for 79 yards for a touchdown, and Sammy Johnson had the first 2 plays, ran for 92 yards. Catholic scored at 9:20 in the first quarter. Extra point was good by Elser, and Little Rock Catholic led by a score of 7-0. And then 2 minutes later at 7:50 in the first quarter play was a 32-yard field goal by Christopher Elser, the left-footed kicker, and that made the score 10-0 in favor of Catholic. So that made the score 10-0. Then in the second quarter at 10:23 in the second quarter, it was a 17-yard fumble recovery by Nick Gonzalez. As he took it, scooped it up, went 17 yards for the score, a defensive touchdown, and Catholic had a 16-0 lead. And then the extra point was good by Elser, and that made the score 17-0. But 2 minutes later, it would be Fort Smith Northside scoring at 8:20 in the second quarter on a 45-yard run by Jackson King around the right end. He went 45 yards for the score to make it 17-6. And then after that extra point was good, that made it 17-7. And then at 3:31 in the second quarter, a 3-yard run by the quarterback in Derek Wise. That made the score 17-13. Extra point was good to make it 17-14. And then the Little Rock Catholic Rockets would score again. It was Luke Shettleneck, the running back. He went a total of 30 yards for the score. That made the score 23-14. Extra point by Christopher Elser was good. And that's how we stand here at halftime. It's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 14. We will take this break as we are nearing third quarter action. Back with the third quarter in just a moment, as this is 7A high school football on the CSN Sports Network.
Here's Bob Purvis, General Manager of the Pine Bluff Convention Center.
We are big believers in youth athletics. We've done a lot of basketball games. We've done college tournaments. We've done high school tournaments. We've done college games.
The ideal location for your next day and your Arkansas reunion and convention or meeting is the Pine Bluff Convention Center. Bob, if someone would like to schedule a meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center, how can they do it?
Easiest thing to do is just call us there at the Convention Center, 870-536-7600. We are centrally located. We're easy to get to, right off the freeway coming down 530.
So plan for your next meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center in Pine Bluff.
Which is? Well, we see that the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies are out there, as the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies are loosening up in the south end zone here at War Memorial Stadium here in Little Rock, Arkansas, home of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Rockets have been playing their home games here for a long, long time. And we see Fort Smith Northside loosening up to the end zone to the south and also to the end zone to our north. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets are loosening up as the Rockets are getting set for second half coverage here, as the Rockets lead in this game by a count of 24-14. Checking the CSN 10-minute sports ticker at halftime at Patrick Stadium in Mayflower. The score is the Mayflower Eagles 50 and the Rosebud Ramblers nothing. So Mayflower trying to go to 6-0, and they are leading at halftime by a count of 50-0 at halftime in Mayflower. Here we are at halftime, Little Rock Catholic with a 24-14 lead. Catholic had a 17-0 lead, and now they are leading here at halftime by 10 points at 24-14. So it's a 24-14 game. This reminder coming up Monday, the Arkansas Sports Club Luncheon. It'll be the 142nd luncheon at the Arkansas Sports Club. The special speaker will be Brent Stallings, athletic director and head basketball coach of the Mayflower Eagles. Meet and greet starts at 11:15, and then after that 11:30 is the luncheon, and then the program gets underway at 12:05, as once again Brent Stallings, the athletic director and head basketball coach, will be the special speaker of the Arkansas Sports Club Luncheon, as the luncheon is held at the Chinatown Restaurant in Conway. As you go up Skyline Drive on Highway 65 North, as you're headed to Greenbrier, that shopping center to the right, between J.C. Penney's and where the theater is located, the Chinatown Restaurant. Once again, their meet and greet at 11:15. The luncheon starts at 11:30. Program gets underway at 12:05. Is Brent Stallings, athletic director and head basketball coach of the boys at Mayflower High School, will be the special speaker. We are getting set for the second half. As we look to the far sideline, we see that the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies are gathering on the far side of the field. And as we look at the south end zone, the Little Rock Catholic Rockets are loosening up for third quarter action. And we'll be back with the third quarter of tonight's game in just a moment, as this is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network. Have that for you here in just a moment on CSN. Right after this word from your local station on the CSN Sports Network.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away. You're in charge with the Tax Admiral. Call me now for your free emergency consultation.
Call 800-218-4908. That's 800-218-4908.
And here comes the kickoff away. It comes down to Sammy Johnson over on the right side and down.
Penalty on the return for Rockets to be their ball. 1st and 10.
The Rockets
30-yard line.
brings it back as the Rockets are getting the kickoff to start this third quarter.
And Rowan on the tackle for Northside.
So here we go. Third quarter action. Mike Harris along with Kimmy Cleveland on the CSN Sports Network. Glad you tuned in here tonight to this game on CSN. 1st and 10, going back to pass. Here's a pass over the left side. It's caught at about the 34-yard line, trying to turn the corner over there for the Rockets.
Corbin Weaver on the reception.
Making the catch over there for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets was Corbin Weaver, the wide receiver, the senior, 6 feet 180. He made the catch, and he was hit the 32-yard line. So at the 32. And here's the ball snapped back. And it is snapped back. And
Sammy Adams on the carry. Caden Washington on the tackle.
And the Rockets with the football. Underway here. 10:45 left to go in this third quarter. And it looks like we're going to have offsides, jumping offsides on the left side of that defense. On the defensive line of scrimmage was Anthony Travis. The middle linebacker was set up over there on the left side. He's a 6'1", 210-pound junior. And he jumped offsides. And that'll move the ball upfield. Going back to pass, rolling out, and quarterback is throwing him down over there was the Northside Grizzlies. Cole Eddings, the strong safety, shot through there to get him.
Jake James on the carry.
So Jake James with a little loss on the play.
Elser to punt.
Elser will be punting for the Rockets.
Rick Adams on the carry.
Nice coverage.
Good coverage on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
The football is resting at about, let's see where they're going to put it. Around there's a flag at the 40-yard line. Let's take a look at that first of all.
Holding on the return team. Penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down, Fort Smith.
So it'll be a first down. They'll spot the ball down there. As we have 9:53 left in the third quarter, it's a 24-14 lead in favor of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Actually, it's first down for the Fort Smith North side. Going back to pass. Long pass down the field. He's got a man open there. Caught at the 40. Diving all the way to the 30-yard line. Tremendous catch. What a catch down there by Northside's Deron Robinson, the wide receiver, 6'1", 183, the senior. And Northside moving the football down the field all the way down to the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 29-yard line. Kimmy Cleveland.
Yeah, you never know what happened. Especially going into the second half. Nice little throw.
Snap back now to the quarterback. Hands it off now to the running back. And
Jackson King on the
inside the 30 is Jackson King. And Jackson King takes it down to about the 28-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 2 yards on the play. As that'll bring up a second down and 8 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. 9:07 left to go in this third quarter of play. Going around the right side, the quarterback inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
You got to break down and make those tackles.
Northside first down.
It's a first down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies at the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Grizzlies. And here is the ball handed off inside the 10 down to the 9. Actually, it's not a handoff, it's a quarterback keeper by Wise. So Wise picks up about 2 yards on the play.
2nd and 9.
Down to 8:42 left to go in the third quarter play. The score of the game, 24-14. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets with the lead by 10, but Northside trying to eat into that lead. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 9. And here's a ball keeper by the quarterback inside the 10, inside the 5. And leaning forward to the 4 is Derek Wise, a quarterback. He takes it all the way down to the 4-yard line. Lance Hockersmith in there to make the initial tackle on the play for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. They'll spot the football at the 5. And this will bring up a third down now. Third down coming. Third down and about 4. Out of the shotgun. Option pitch left side. Swing it to the left side inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown for Jackson King, the running back for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies score here in the third quarter to make it 24-20 with 7:40 left to play in the game in the third quarter.
You got to keep that containment. Every time Catholic has gotten hurt, it's because they lose outside containment. That's what happened on that play.
So the score comes with 7:40 left to play in this third quarter. A 5-yard run by Jackson King. On for the extra point. Here's the place down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. There's a timeout on the field with 7 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the third quarter with the score It's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 24 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 21. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network. So 2nd and 6 coming now on the play. And here is the ball handed off. Twisting and turning, it's Sammy Johnson. Johnson down to about the 50-yard line. Sammy Johnson takes it down to the 50.
Caden Washington on the stop.
Washington in there on the stop for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. 6:55 left to go in this third quarter. It's a close one. 24-21. Little Rock Catholic in the lead. Here's a swing pass to the right side. Caught at the 46-yard line. Making the catch over there was William Flatkin, the wide receiver, and he is hit at the 46-yard line, getting up off the pile, making the initial hit on the play for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies was Elijah Taboot, the quarterback.
2nd and 6 for the Rockets.
So this will bring up a 2nd and 6 after a pickup of 4. The ball at the 46-yard line to Northside. Here's Sammy Johnson twisting and turning. And they have really been keying up on Sammy Johnson in this third quarter and bottling him up so he couldn't hardly get any yardage. He picks up a yard down to the 45-yard line.
That's why Sammy got to hit that hole. Can't dance. Got to go. Stay low.
At the 45. 5:45 left to go in the third quarter. Little Rock Catholic up by 3 right now, 24-21, trying to score more. Here's James calling the signals. Jake James, the senior quarterback. And a timeout is called on the field by the Little Rock Catholic Rockets and Coach John Fogelman. With 5:30 left to play in the third quarter from War Memorial Stadium, the score Little Rock Catholic 24 and Fort Smith Northside 21. This is 7A high school football on the CSN Sports Network.
Here's Bob Purvis, General Manager of the Pine Bluff Convention Center.
We are big believers in youth athletics. We've done a lot of basketball games. We've done college tournaments. We've done high school tournaments. We've done college games.
The ideal location for your next day and your Arkansas reunion and convention or meeting is the Pine Bluff Convention Center. Bob, if someone would like to schedule a meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center, how can they do it?
Easiest thing to do is just call us there at the Convention Center, 870-536-7600. We are centrally located. We're easy to get to, right off the freeway coming down 530.
So plan for your next meeting at the Pine Bluff Convention Center in Pine Bluff.
Running with the football right side and What happened on that play, Kimmy?
A couple guys missed a block. Tackle came through, and he couldn't get gathered, so that's why he just kind of got tackled. No blocking at the on the line.
Also the punt for the Rockets.
Stunt play.
5:22 left to go in this third quarter. Little Rock Catholic up by 3 at 24-21 over Northside. Here comes the punt away by Chris Elser. Elser will put the foot into it. Northside will let it hit at the 15. And it goes out of bounds.
The Northside foul from Northside 16-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 now for Northside, and Northside, Kimmy, with a chance to take the lead for the first time in the game.
Tell you, that's why they got to be very careful and make sure that they don't let Northside get up the outside. They have to have that containment. That's why they're kicking back all night. They got to maintain containment.
So Northside with it 1st and 10. The ball on the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for Northside. Out of the shotgun. The ball handed off around the quarterback. Wise as he hands it off to his running back, who has really had an outstanding job tonight, Eli Bolton. And Bolton, no gain at the 16, so this is going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Derek Wise, the quarterback, has 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's a snap back to Wise. Throws it right side. He got him at the 20. It's called, but a great defensive effort by Chris Elser, making the tackle on Deron Robinson, the receiver, back around the 20-yard line. And that's no gain. This will bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 7 to go to pick up the 1st down. Football is at the 20.
Is that Elser?
Limping off the field is Christopher Elser, and that's his kicking foot. His left foot. He's got an injury to his left foot, and that's his kicking foot, Kimmy.
He will be playing.
So here we go at the 20. And here's a snap back. It goes now to the quarterback, and snowed under is Derek Wise, a quarterback. And he is going to be hit on the play at around the 20. So no gain.
Gonzalez and Owens on the stop for the Rockets. It's 4th down for Northside.
Nick Gonzalez in there on the tackle for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets.
Plofkin and Weaver deep.
Now to 3:55 left in the 3rd quarter.
Jason Surface to punt.
Here comes a punt away. It's going to come down. And it will come down at around the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Rockets.
On the fair catch for the Rockets.
I tell you, anytime you have an injury, it's always something to worry about, but you got to make sure you can't get that kicker of yours and get him hurt, because he's a real good kicker. He's a weapon by himself. Got to stay healthy.
.341 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And here is 1st and 10 coming up for the Rockets. It goes to Sammy Johnson. He's going to be snowed under in the backfield.
Sammy Johnson on the
shooting through there was that defensive line for the Portsmouth Northside Grizzlies. Down to 3:24 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Just mentioned a while ago, limping off the field was the kicker for the Rockets, and Christopher Elser. He was holding his limping off on his left foot, which is his kicking toe. It'll be 2nd down coming. He goes now to Sammy Johnson inside the 50, the 40, the 35, and down to the 30-yard line goes Sammy Johnson. And it'll be a 1st down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets as Greg Washington pulled him down at the 30.
Good run, good hard run. You got to run like that every play. Good run for Sammy Johnson.
Pickup of 16 for Johnson. 1st and 10 at the 30. Goes to Sammy Johnson again, picking his holes inside the 30 and all the way down to the 26-yard line.
On the carry.
Sammy will pick up about 4 yards on the play. Getting up off the pile is one of those big guys on the defensive tackle slot over there. That's Stevie Young, the big tackle. Just get this, folks. Stevie Young, the tackle, 6'6", 295 pounds, and a junior. So the football at the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4 after a pickup of 6 by Sammy Johnson. Now fake into the line, rolling out right side. Here's a pass. It's caught at the 3, the 2, the 1. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown for Nick Cobbs, the wide receiver, the junior, and the Rockets lead by 9 at 2:05 in the 3rd quarter on a tremendous throw and catch on a great throw by the Rocket quarterback, Jake James, to Nick Cobbs. Let's listen to the band on the far side of the field for the Rockets. Now trying for the extra point will be a new kicker out there for the Rockets. And the new kicker out there for the Rockets will be Jacob Schneider, the 6', 155-pound junior kicker. And now coming out there, here Chris Elser, and Elser is out there now. Elser's out there. They had to take some time to tape up his left foot. Here's a place down. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Elser's kick was good.
Well, the Rockets sent out there another kicker to buy time for Elser, who's being taped up. His left leg was being taped up on the side of the field at the bench, and Elser ran in real quick and made the extra point. What a kicker the Rockets have in Elser. 2:05 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Les Pauls with a score. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets 31 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 21. This is 7A high school football on the CSN Sports Network.
How about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken or seafood or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Here comes a kick away, and the kick is coming away, and it is going to be down the field, and this is where the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies will set up shop at their own 20-yard line. 2:05 left of the 3rd quarter. Little Rock Catholic leads now by 10, 31-21. And here's the ball handed off, going right side across the 20, 25, out to the 29-yard line goes Eli Bolton. Bolton will pick up about 9 yards on the play.
Be 2nd and 2 for Northside.
Actually, it'll be 2nd and 1. The PA announcer says 2nd and 2, but he's out the 29-yard line, the line of scrimmage at the 20. So 2nd and 1. Here's the option pitch left side across the 20, 25. And just nearly at the 30. And finally a second effort is Eli Bolton. Gets him across the 30 to the 32.
Bolton on the carry.
As he is ridden down by the Little Rock Catholic Rocket defender on the play.
And Lance
Honker-Smith.
It's a Northside first
Black
down.
Oaken in there. So the football is resting at the 32-yard line. Next week, the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will travel across the river to take on the number 2 ranked team in the state in the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And we'll have the game for you here on CSN, starting with the pregame at 6:45 and the kickoff at 7. Here is Bolton. around the right side. And let's see where they spot it. Maybe a yard to the 33. It'll be a pickup of a yard on the play. Down to 55 seconds left to go in this third quarter as Little Rock Catholic leads by 10 at 31-21. North side up to the line of scrimmage. At the 33-yard line, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun. Here's the quarterback end around the right side across the 30, 35, and up to the 40-yard line on the end around is Jordan Dilworth, the end around, the wide receiver.
Good containment.
He got the handoff that time from Wise.
David Johnson on the tackle.
David Johnson in there to make the tackle on the play for the Rockets. Down to 14 seconds left to go in this third quarter. We might not have another play off before this third quarter ends. Down to 7, down to 6, down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's the whistle signaling the end of the third quarter of play. So through 3 quarters, our score from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas, it's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 31 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 21. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on the CSN Sports Network.
Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta is your home for the hunting season. Now at Burroughs White River Supply, bonded hunting clothing, a wide selection with great deals at great prices. The Intimidator side-by-side UTV four-wheeler created by Rob Foster. And look over a wide selection of Spartan lawnmowers with a 0 turning radius. Come in and check out our wide selection of outdoor equipment and clothing at Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta at WR Home and Farm Center. Proudly serving Arkansas since 1894.
Some people got all the left.
And we are back in the fourth quarter. Kimmy Cleveland, how would you assess that third quarter just ended?
Evenly played game. Both teams disciplined. They stopped each other, so we just got a head-up game right now.
We start the fourth quarter. Little Rock Catholic on top by 10, but Northside has the ball. They fumble it. Quarterback going back. Here's Wise, and Derek Wise has to recover the football and just cover it up and pounce on it back at the 28-yard line. It's a big loss on the play, and this will bring up a 4th down and about 12 to go. So that means the punt team will be in for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. They'll be kicking away to the Rockets. As the Rockets will send 2 players down at about the 40-yard line. Here's a snap. Here's a one-man rush by the Rockets, but the kick is off. Caught at the 40-yard line across the 43 up to the 44.
On the return for the Rockets.
And that'll be a return of 4 yards on the play for the Rockets. William Plafkin.
On the tackle for Northside.
So the Rockets will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. With 11:15 left to go in the game, and Little Rock Catholic on top by 10 at 31-21 in this game.
I tell you what, 10 points, still got 11 minutes left, still got plenty of time. Anything can happen.
So here we go on 1st and 10, rolling around the left side. Sammy Johnson turns the corner at midfield. He's inside the 50 down to the 46. Knocks out one of the Northside players, knocked him completely off the sideline with that shoulder hit. Shows you how tough Sammy Johnson is.
Well, what he told me, said he's coming back though.
So he goes out of bounds at the 46. Picks up 9 on the play. Split out wide to the right side for the Rockets goes William Flafkin. And one receiver to the left. Here goes now to Sammy Johnson. Johnson still on his feet at the 42, and he's pushed back and brought down. And now Sammy Johnson bumps. He bumps one of the players for Fort Smith Northside. Northside was trying to get a little bit aggressive and bring Sammy Johnson down regardless where he was at. After he was down, they were still trying to pile on him. And now the officials will confer. We have flags on the field. We're going to have unsportsmanlike penalty here. Could be against both teams. Let's wait and see. Number 11 bumped Sammy Johnson after he was down Anthony Travis, and then Sammy Johnson got up and kind of bumped him on the shoulder.
Unsportsmanlike, 75 for Catholic. The delay of the game has been made. It'll be a first down at the spot of the foul.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against the Little Rock Catholic Rockets on number 75, and he is thrown out of the game, and that is Jarvis Gully. So here's a mark-off against the Rockets. Unbelievable. I thought it should have been on the other team, Kimmy.
Yeah. I thought they had a lot of stuff going on the ground. There was quite a lot of white shirts there.
Unbelievable. Could you believe that? Okay, here we go. It'll be first down for the Rockets. Going back to pass is James. It's on a slant pattern over the middle, complete. Now it's taken away by Northside. Here comes Northside down the right sideline. 40, 35, 30, 25, and out of bounds. And going out of bounds for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. Well, after that interception was Jason Serpis.
Jake James on the tackle for the Rockets.
So it's going to be at the 25-yard line. Northside will have the football with 10:39 left to play. Little Rock Catholic on top by 10 at 31-21. So at the 25-yard line, Northside breaks the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. First and 10. Now here's a quarterback option pitch left side, and trying to dive forward was the running back in Dilworth. Dilworth got that carry, and he fell forward to the 30-yard line. He fell forward to the 30. It's second down coming, 2nd and 15. That was a loss of 5. Back to the 30-yard line. Wide out to the left is the wide receiver for Northside in Robinson. Going back to pass. Here's a pass. Over on the left side, it's caught at the 23 and out of bounds at the 22. Dilworth with the reception over there on the left side. And Northside is driving toward the goal with 9:56 left to play in this game.
3rd and 7 for Northside.
3rd down and 7. That was a pickup of 3 on that pass reception by Dilworth. The football is resting down there inside the 25, down there to the 23-yard line. It's snapped back, running with the football to the quarterback, inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, down to the 9. Is Derek Wise the quarterback, and that'll be a first down for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies at the Catholic 9-yard line.
Got to stay low, can't tackle high. These man zigging and zagging. Got to tackle them high. Stay low.
First and goal at the Catholic 9. Snap back now to Derek Wise. Runs with the football inside the 6, inside the 5, and falls forward all the way to the 4-yard line before he was hit on the play by the Rockets and Tyler Mailer, the defensive tackle. So it's down to the 4. That's a pickup of 5. This will bring up a second down and goal at the, actually they're going to put it at the 5 instead of the 4. So now they're going to put it at the 4 now. So it's second and goal at the 4. Derek Wise, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off to the running back inside the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown for Jackson King, the running back for the Grizzlies. And the 5'10", 180-pound sophomore shot straight up the middle after a handoff from the quarterback and Wise. And he scores with 9:01 left to play in the game. And it's now 31-27. And on for the extra point will be the extra point kicker for the Northside Grizzlies in Jose Perotas, the 5'6", 170-pound senior kicker. Here comes the kick away, and the extra point goes across the crossbar. It's good. So with 9 minutes and 1 second left to play in this game, our score as we pause for more Memorial Stadium. It's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 31 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 28. This is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network. And we're back in the fourth quarter as Northside getting ready to kick off to the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Back deep to receive this kick will be Sammy Johnson. He's already returned back a couple this season. And it's going to be an onside kick. And it's up for grabs at the 45-yard line. Northside says they have the football. We're going to have to unravel it now at the 45. And Northside has recovered the football, and with the fumble, offsides kick fumble recovery is Northside's Alan Infante, the middle linebacker, the senior 5'8", 175. A big, big break for the Northside Grizzlies, Kimmy.
Yep.
So the Grizzlies will have it at the Catholic 45. A perfect onside kick. They kicked it. They wanted to go up in the air. When it's up in the air and it goes 10 yards, it's up for grabs.
Anybody's ball.
So here we go. Northside. 1st and 10 at the 45 of Catholic. Out of shotgun now is Wise. Here's Wise running with the football, and he's going to be hit. A fumble on the play at the 40-yard line, and the Rockets have recovered the football. The Rockets come up with a fumble recovery after it was fumbled by Wise between the 39 and the 40, and the Rockets will get it. And coming up with a fumble recovery for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets is Bryce Stein, the 5'9", 150-pound sophomore.
Hey, like I say, keep working at it. Things happen. Can't take that ball over there.
Bryce Stein with a big fumble recovery for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Rockets football 1st and 10 at the 40 at their own 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Here's a quarterback looking to throw. Throws one down the field. He got Sammy Johnson there. Caught at the 36-yard line up on Northside. Sammy Johnson with a spectacular grab down the left sideline for a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch.
And now we have a flag on the field. It's going to be against the Rockets. A flag on the field. It's in the backfield. The referee conferring in the backfield. It's going to be marked off against the Rockets. I think it's a holding penalty against the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. They're going to mark it off. This is going to be a 10-yarder. That's about the distance for a holding penalty. And that'll bring it back to the 25-yard line. So it's back at the 25-yard line where it'll be first down and 25. Here's the ball handed off to Sammy Johnson. Sammy Johnson slides right side across the 25 up to the 27. He's going to be pushed back after a whistle. Northside defenders continue to pile on Sammy Johnson.
Well, hey, Sammy's still running hard. Anything can happen. I mean, he got gift in the gift. And we're going to see if what Catholic going to do the second down. About 20 yards, so they make sure they don't need to turn the ball over. Sammy's coming out the game.
Luke Shettleneck will come in the game now for the Rockets. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Here's James, the quarterback, calling the signals. And he's going to go back to pass. The pass is over the middle. It's called at the 35 on a slant end from left to right. Making the catch over there was Plafkin. Plafkin made the catch. And tempers are starting to erupt and fly a little bit here in the fourth quarter, Kimmy Cleveland.
Yeah. Hey, getting toward the end. Somebody got to win, somebody going to lose. But hey, temper, you got to keep the game under control.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of pushing in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Sure have. That's when sometimes you need to sit down and talk to have the captains talk to each other, that their own players, coach talk to the players so that nobody gets.
All right, it will be third down coming. 3rd and 16. Snap back to the quarterback, rolling right side, looking to throw. He throws one. It is caught. Great catch at midfield. First down for the Rockets on a tremendous catch by Nick Combs, the tight end, the junior, and it's a first down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets.
Hey, that's a nice quarterback out of trouble. You stay with the flow, keep his eyes on the receivers, and a nice throw on the run. That's a beautiful pass. That's probably the best pass we had all day under pressure.
6:59 left to play. Here's the quarterback, giving it now to the running back, and Sammy Johnson goes left side, twists and turns.
He got 5 yards.
Sammy Johnson on the carry.
And he comes down to about the 45-yard line.
Where's he coming out for?
Trevante right out on his tackle.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to keep them fresh, keep Sammy fresh, keep Luke Shettleneck fresh. I think especially Sammy trying to get him fresh because he can break one with a little burst of speed. 2nd and 5 at the north side 45-yard line. Goes to Shettleneck. Shettleneck dives inside the 40 down to the 38. Pickup of 7 on the play for Shettleneck, and it's a first down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets.
Hey, good run, good strong run.
First down.
Shettleneck. Give a little Shettleneck, then give him a little Johnson.
Down to 6:12 left to play in the game. Little Rock Catholic on top by 3 points at 31-28.
Take that ball.
Running in the backfield is Shettleneck under center. It goes to Shettleneck. Shettleneck inside the 40, the 35, keeps on pushing down to the 33-yard line. And he's finally ridden down by the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies and Alan Infante, who picked up a big fumble earlier in this second half. But it's down to the 33. That's going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5 now. 5:32, 5:31, 5:30. The clock rolling down here in the fourth quarter at War Memorial Stadium.
Got Sammy Johnson back there in the backfield again.
Sammy Johnson back at the running back slot. Goes to Johnson. Johnson in on his feet inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line. He is brought down by 3 or 4 Northside Grizzlies. Bringing him down over there. A couple of Grizzlies over there. On the play was Locke Stubblefield, the middle linebacker. And also on the assisted tackle was Jeremy Mafia, the free safety. So at the 31-yard line, it'll be 3rd down coming. 3rd down and 3 for the Rockets. Goes now to Shettleneck. Shettleneck on his feet, still on his feet. He's pushed back at the 30. That'll be short of a first down by about a yard. Down to 4:33, 4:32, 4:31. Rockets will go for this because if they kick a field goal, that would only put them up by 6. And Northside can come down, score, and kick an extra point and take the lead. But I think the Rockets will go for it on 4th and a yard. Clock rolls down to 4:13 left to go in the game. The Rockets will go for it. 4th down and 2. The crowd comes to their feet here at War Memorial Stadium. It goes now to the running back, and running is Sammy Johnson. First down for the Rockets all the way down to the 27-yard line.
Good hard running. Good hard running. First down.
Listen to this crowd. So the football is down at the 27-yard line now. They move the stretch of the chain, and this game is turning into a classic. What do you think, Kimmy?
Hey, hard running, man. I tell you what, now they can control. They got to still take care of that ball.
So here we go.
They've given each other gifts, so they can't give the ball away. Take that ball. Keep running hard, both teams.
Here go the Rockets up to the line of scrimmage. Under center and ball to Shettleneck. Shettleneck slides it down to the 21-yard line. Luke Shettleneck is a bruising hard runner as he's running with heart here in the second half.
Hey, good strong running.
He's 2nd and 4 for the Rockets.
He's running behind them pads.
So the football down at the 21-yard line at the 21. That's a pickup.
Got a timeout.
6 on the play, and a timeout is called on the field by the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. With 3:08 left to play in the game from War Memorial, the score, Little Rock Catholic 31, Fort Smith Northside 28. This is Catholic football on the CSN Sports Network.
3:11. You set the clock at 3:11.
That's my lovely wife now, the boss lady.
Let our family save your family a lot of money with our great deals.
Come see us at Csn-TV Motor Company, Lone Oak, Arkansas, 1401 North Center Street. Csn-TV Motor Company at www.cnmmotorcompany.com. Y'all come see us.
We're at War Memorial Stadium, Little Rock, Arkansas. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. Right now the Rockets with it. 1st and 10. So the Rockets have it 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Actually, it's going to be 2nd down for the Rockets and 4 at the 21. Rockets have to make a first down at the 17. Under center is James. Hands the ball off to Shettleneck. Shettleneck slides down to the 20. That'll be a pickup of a yard on the play. This will bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Rockets.
Rock Stubblefield on the tackle.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Rockets.
3rd and 3 for the Rockets.
Third and 3, the football at the 20. And it goes to the end around from the right to the left. Trying to run with the football, twisting and turning is the running back Sammy Johnson. He was set up on the right end that time on the end around, trying to come around. Thought he might have a chance to turn the corner on the left side, but it was diagnosed by Northside. Northside saw what was coming, and they stopped him at the 21 for a loss of a yard, and this will bring up a 4th down and 4. And we have a timeout called by the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. 2:09 left to play in the game. Let's pause for the score. It's Little Rock Catholic 31, Fort Smith Northside 28. This is the high school football game of the week on the CSN Sports Network.
That's my lovely wife now, the boss lady.
Let our family save your family a lot of money with our great deals.
Come see us at Csn-TV Motor Company, Lone Oak, Arkansas, 1401 North Center Street. Csn-TV Motor Company at www.cnmmotorcompany.com. Y'all come see us.
They've reset the clock now to 2 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in this contest. In this 7A Central Conference matchup, between the Little Rock Catholic Rockets and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. Little Rock Catholic trying to break a 3-game losing streak. as the Rockets lost last week at Bryant. The week before that, lost against Jonesboro. And then before that, they lost that week before that here at home against Cabot. Rockets have got 2 wins this year. That's against Sylvan Hills and Jacksonville. So now Chris Elser will try a field goal at the 28. It'll be a 38-yard field goal to Temp. Outside the left hash mark of the field, waiting for the snap. Here comes the snap to place it down. The kick is up. It's long enough. It is high enough. And it is good. Chris Elser with a big kick of 38 yards for the score on a 38-yard field goal. There's a timeout on the field with 2:09 left to play in the game. It's the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 34 and Fort Smith Northside 28. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network. Here comes the kick away, and Elser will kick it into the end zone. So Northside will get the football and throw on 20-yard line, 80 yards from the goal, trailing by 6 points, 34-28, with 2 minutes, 9 seconds left to play. So Northside up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Derek Wise, the quarterback. Waiting for the snap, man in motion. It's going to be handed off to the running back. It goes to the running back. It has been a bruiser tonight in Eli Bolton. And Bolton slides it up to the 24. Will pick up 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 coming up. 1:50 left to play in the game. Snap back now, looking to throw, and we have a whistle. A flag on the field. We have a flag on the field. It might be offsides against Northside. It is illegal procedure against Northside, so moving on that offensive line of scrimmage. So that's a 5-yard mark off, and that'll take it all the way back to about the 19-yard line. Actually, now they're going to put it at the 18-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 12 with 1:47 left to play. It's back to the quarterback. Here to pass. It's caught, and it is caught over there. The receiver over there making the catch is Robinson. Robinson is hit on the play by the Rockets.
Robinson on the reception.
Robinson with that big reception.
Alan Johnson on the tackle.
Johnson on the tackle for the Rockets. That was a pickup of 5. This will bring up a 3rd down now, 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Here's a long pass down the left side of the field. It's too long over the head of the intended receiver, Dilworth. Incomplete down the field at the 45-yard line. Dilworth was wide open, and the quarterback, Wise, threw it out of bounds. Incomplete.
You can't let go back in behind you. Situation like that, because that could have been a disaster. They get another chance.
4th down. This is the game. This is the play of the game. Northside goes for it on 4th down and 7, and timeout is called by Catholic Coach John Fogelman. So we have a timeout on the field. 1:15 left. Let's pause with a score from War Memorial Stadium. It's Little Rock Catholic 34 and Fort Smith Northside 28. This is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network. 4th down coming up now for the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies. 4th and 7, back to throw. Here's the quarterback. He's going to be snowed under. He's tackled, and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will get the football. A tremendous tackle back there, getting the quarterback for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Making that big tackle on the quarterback was Trevor Carter, the linebacker, the junior, and Little Rock Catholic takes the football over at the 15-yard line on Northside.
Hey, good defensive stance. Seems like Catholic may have come out on the strong end of the stick.
All right, Catholic with it, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Northside. The Catholic will go back on one knee. There's James, go back on one knee at about the 17. And James goes back on one knee. Clock rolls down. It's a loss of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 12 at the 17. Fort Smith Northside, and down to 48, down to 47, down to 46. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets built up a 17-0 lead to see Northside come back and make it close. This could be the last play of the game. Back on one knee is James. James goes back on one knee. That should be the last play of the game. But a timeout is called by Fort Smith Northside. We'll hold it right here. 24 seconds left to go in this game. Kimmy Cleveland, what's been your thoughts on this game?
I thought that if Catholic stay with their game plan, prevent the sweeps, and just continue to run the ball and protect the ball, they'll be successful.
Well, we have 27 seconds left to go in this game.
It's over.
And, of course, Catholic with the football. Northside calling a timeout, thinking for something lucky like maybe a fumble or something. But Catholic's going to protect that football.
Yeah, he's going to be prevent right down.
James under center.
Put that knee down, boy.
And James will get it. And he'll go back on one knee at the 24-yard line. He went back to the 24, didn't go immediately on the knee, so he went back a few yards on the 24-yard line, and that will be the last play of the game. And the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will win their first conference game of the 2017 campaign, down to 3-2-1. The final score here tonight from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets 34 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 28. We'll be back with our post-game show coming up in just a moment, as this is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network.
Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta is your home for the hunting season. Now at Burroughs White River Supply, bonded hunting clothing, a wide selection with great deals at great prices. The Intimidator side-by-side UTV four-wheeler created by Rob Foster. And look over a wide selection of Spartan lawnmowers with a zero turning radius. Come in and check out our wide selection of outdoor equipment and clothing at Burroughs White River Supply in Augusta at WR Home and Farm Center. Proudly serving Arkansas since 1894.
A big win here tonight for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, as the Little Rock Catholic Rockets win a big one here tonight and get their first conference victory of the 2017 campaign by knocking off the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies by the final score of 34-28. Your thoughts about this game, Kimmy?
Well-played game on both ends. I thought Catholic had some good times, ups and downs, but they stayed on the course, played a good game toward the end. Every now and then they kind of have misfortune by letting somebody outside. I thought that the second half, Fort Smith Northside, they were a little bit more aggressive, but yet still they continue to play that type of ball. It's amazing how a team, lose a fumble, and then they gain it back the next play, and that would happen in favor of Catholic. So I thought it was a real play game. It was a real good game that you could watch anytime.
Well, our final score in this game tonight, Little Rock Catholic 34. As the Catholic fans celebrate on the far side of the field. Final score 34-28. Catholic defeats Northside with the victory. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets now even their record to 3-3 on the year and 1-2 in the 7A Central Conference. And with the loss, the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies, they fall to 2-4 overall and 1-2 in conference play. In this game, Little Rock Catholic jumped on top early in the first quarter on a Sammy Johnson 79-yard run. Then also later, a 32-yard field goal by Christopher Elser, 7:50 in the second quarter. Actually, 7:50 in the first quarter. At the end of one quarter play, Catholic had a 10-0 lead. And then Catholic made it 17-0 on a 17-yard fumble recovery on a scoop up by Nick Gonzalez. He scored to make it 16-0. Extra point was good. 17-0 in favor of Catholic. Then here comes Northside with 2 touchdowns late in the second quarter. 8:20 of the second quarter, a 45-yard run by Jackson King. And then 5 minutes later, a 3-yard run by the quarterback in Wise as Wise scored. That made it 17-14. And then Catholic would score another touchdown right before half to make it 24-14. And then Northside would score to make it 24-21. Catholic got a touchdown to make it 31-21. And then Christopher Elser with a big field goal 38 yards out to make the final score Little Rock Catholic 34 and Fort Smith Northside 28. Time now to name the Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game. Brought to you by Pac-Man Bail Bonds. The next time you're in jail, call the people that can get you out of jail. Pac-Man Bail Bonds. And that telephone number to call is what, Kimmy Cleveland?
501-336-9777.
So it's time now to name the Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game. And Kimmy, who are we naming tonight as the Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game?
I want to go with that kicker. The kicker, he played good defense on the defense side of the ball. He made some good stops, and plus he had a little injury, but he continued to kick. He kicked some key field goals and extra points. So I'm gonna go with him. What's the young man that name? His name is Elser.
So Christopher Elser named
Elser
as the Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game.
Right.
We'll take one more break on our post-game show. Come back and wrap it up in just a moment. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
About Colton's Steakhouse and Grill. Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken or seafood or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Well, our final score here tonight, it was the Little Rock Catholic Rockets defeating the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies by a final score of 34-28 with a victory. The Rockets at 3-3 overall on the season and 1-2 in conference play. Fort Smith Northside falls to 2-4 overall and 1-2 in conference play. Next week, the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will go across the river to take on the number 2 ranked team in the state in the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Airtime for Rocket football will be 6:45 with a pregame show next Friday night with the kickoff at 7. Now, speaking for Kimmy Cleveland, this is Mike Harrison with play-by-play broadcast number 6115, saying once again our final score from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas tonight. It was the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 34 and the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies 28. So long for the CSN Sports Network in Little Rock, Arkansas.